And you guys know that there are statistics that prove that more heart attacks occur on Mondays than any other day of the week? And I think it has a lot to do with people going back to work, right? Mondays are terrible. Tuesdays are terrible. Wednesdays, you say to yourself, man, I'm glad half that mess is over with, right? The work week. And then comes Thursday. America's favorite day of the week is Thursday. Now, you think it's Friday, but it's actually the anticipation for Friday that makes Thursday so good. Fridays are great. Saturdays are great. And then Sunday, I started getting sick all over again. I had to do something different. Guys, I want you to just look at your current financial situation as you sit in these chairs tonight. Just think about your current financial situation. Where you are today is the result of decisions you made 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. And some of you are going, that was a really bad day. And where you're going to be in the next 5 years may be the result of decisions you make tonight. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. Have I mentioned it's greeting cards and gifts? That's it. That's it. But it's absolutely, positively life-changing. As crazy as that sounds, it's life-changing. And it is truly better to hit that send button than it is to get a card in the mail. It's more fun to send them than it is to receive them. It's way more fun. As soon as you hit send, you just sit there and go, wait for the phone call. Especially when you send brownies or some of our other gifts, right? Now, those of you who are guests here tonight, do not take this the wrong way. Please do not take this the wrong way. But this company is well on its way to becoming a billion-dollar company. We're going to do well over $100 million in sales this year. And when you do $100 million in sales, to do $500 million, it's not that tough because you've got some momentum going. And when you hit $500 million in sales to become a billion-dollar company, it's even easier because of the momentum. This company is well on its way to becoming a billion-dollar household name. And we did it without you. We did it without you. This will happen with or without any of us in this room. It is going to happen anyway. It might as well happen underneath us because we heard about it first. Guys, the surest way to make money is to hear about a good idea first and then proceed to tell everybody else about it. When everybody's going this way, just have the guts to go this way. And you'll make millions. And you'll make millions. Don't miss this. For Pete's sake, this is as hard as we work. And frankly, I'm getting a little tired. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Guys, I'm going to turn you back over to the person who invited you here tonight. Let them know, are you a 1 or are you a 2? We're going to take a 10-minute break. We're just going to take a quick 10-minute break. You can grab something to drink, just whatever. Just 10 minutes. I want you guys to come on back. And then I'm going to keep you for another hour. I'm just going to keep you for an hour. All right? And we're just going to roll up our sleeves, and I'm going to explain to you guys how simple it is to build a multi-million-dollar business. And I'm going to make sure you understand how big this opportunity really is. I want you to understand how big this opportunity really, really is. I only have 25 of these. Okay? I don't know why we only have 25 here. That's totally my fault, Andy, because I knew I was going to Jacksonville tomorrow, and I don't have any in Jacksonville tomorrow. But we have 25 of these. If you guys want them, grab them in the back. Like I said, they're $16. They're $10 if I sign it. Just kidding. But what that book will do, you guys, I don't know, those of you who have not read it, what this book is going to do is going to keep your head in the game. It's going to tell you exactly what you're going to go through in building a multi-million-dollar business like this. And you're going to read these stories and go, okay, I can relate, I can relate, I can relate, I can relate. So here's the deal. I have got 7:30 exactly. You guys good on that? 7:31? Let's come back at 7:41. Deal? Come on back. Thanks, everybody. By not only getting involved in Send Out Cards, but actually being here tonight. Let me ask you real quick. How many of you drove more than an hour to be here?
Wow.
Maybe we should have done it there. How many of you have been to an event like this before, or this is your first time?
That should be everyone.
I know. It's getting too late for that kind of stuff, right? Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming out and, like I said, spending just a little bit of time with us. And, those of us that are in this business, I mean, we really do get to hang around self-motivated, positive people that want to make a change in their life. I mean, that's what we get to do for a living. And, people say to me, Steve, you travel so much. And I do. I travel a lot. I travel a lot. And it's not... The hard part about what I do is going through security. And in Detroit today, we're ready to push back on time, and the jet bridge was disabled. I'm like, well, just move the jet bridge. So we're like an hour delayed. That's the hard part. As soon as I get on the ground in a certain city, Andy comes and picks me up, and I don't know, this was a few years ago, but they sent me this cartoon, and I try to use this as often as I can. All right? It's a dad football talking to his son. It says, hey, anyone can succeed, son. Just study hard, graduate, and you'll be tossed and kicked around for the rest of your life. Isn't that the truth? That's kind of what's going on here, right? Everybody's looking for a better way. Hey, when we get out of here tonight, my goal here tonight is to make sure that you guys understand how big this opportunity is. I want to expand your vision. As big as you think this opportunity is, add a zero. Add a zero. Those of you who sit back and say, man, if I could just make an extra $1,000 a month with this business, well, too bad. You're going to have to make 10. And those of you who say, man, if I could just make an extra $10,000 a month, well, too bad. You're going to have to make 100. And those of you that are sitting there going, man, if I could just make an extra $100,000 a month, doesn't that sound great? Yeah. Well, too bad. You guys are going to have to make $1 million. This opportunity is bigger than you think it is. Add a zero. Add a zero. Guys, 24 years ago when I was first introduced to this industry, my original goal, when I got started, my original goal was to supplement my teaching income by $200 a month. Because that's what my car payment was. My car payment was $203 a month, and my wife Colleen said, if we could just get a free car out of this thing. It was always that thing, And we thought that would be terrific. An extra $200 a month. You guys are looking at a real visionary up here. Okay? Well, we started to do that pretty much right away. It's like, okay. And then we said, okay, if we can make enough money to make our car payment, maybe we can make enough money to make our house payment. Not only could we drive for free, but let's try to live in our house for free. Well, sure enough, a few months later, we started to do that. And then Colleen said, maybe we can make enough money so that I can stay home with the kids. I've got 3 kids, all boys except 2 girls. I know. It's too late for that kind of stuff. At the time, we just had Megan and Emily. And sure enough, about a year and a half into our business, Colleen left her teaching position. Well, then I got a little jealous. And I said, if we can make enough money so that you can stay home, maybe we can make enough money so that I can stay home. And sure enough, about a year and a half later, I left my teaching position. But you guys, in the back of my mind, my ultimate goal was to make $5,000 a month. Bless you. I thought to myself, if I could make $5,000 a month, that would be like nirvana. That'd be the ultimate. Because that's coming from somebody who used to make $23,000 a year as a school teacher, now to make $60 and not have to answer to anybody? Come on. How could it get any better than that? A lot better. Okay? It can become a lot better. Guys, my point here is that when you set a goal for yourself, because guys, none of this matters unless you know why you're doing it. If you have a big enough reason why you're building this business, you'll figure out the how later. But when you set a goal for yourself and you hit it, you better have another one ready to go, and have another one ready to go, and have another one ready to go. Because, Chris, the day that you stop setting goals, it's the day you start dying. I hate the word retire. People are, I'm going to retire from sending out cards. Oh, really? You're going to retire from being nice to people. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So you always have to have a target to shoot for. So as big as you guys think this opportunity is, add a zero. Now, if today your organization looks like this, in the next 30 to 60 days, let's make it look like that. Cool. And if your organization already looks like this, in the next 30 to 60 days, let's make it look like that. Now, you're looking at the screen going, come on, Steve. How am I going to get all these purple people? Now, you do realize those are not my slides. We have a little technical difficulty with our projector here tonight. So I'm like, I told Andy, I said, hey, maybe we shouldn't say anything. People will just think it's supposed to be there. Right? That is not supposed to be there. Did you think it was part of the book? Shoot, I should have left it there. Hey, listen, it's not me. It's not mine. It's Andy's. So, I'll throw him under the bus tonight. Okay? But guys, if you look at this up here, you're like, how in the world am I going to get all these people? You're not going to get all those people. Here's what you're going to do. See those 3 people right there? Those are the 3 you're going to get. And then those 3 people are going to get those 9. And those 9 are going to get those 27. And those 27 are going to get those 81. And those 81 are going to get 243. And those 243 are going to get 3, which is 729. 9. And those 729 get 3. You're going to get those 2,187. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. Guys, network marketing is a whole bunch of people doing just a little bit. And our little bit is promote to manager. Our little bit is go out there and promote to manager. Go out there and get 3 people. And teach those people how to do the same, who do the same, who do the same, who do the same. I don't care what your title is, Miss Senior Manager. Okay? Become a manager next week. Jordan Adler, Eagle Distributor, #1 income earner, tries to become a manager every month. He tries to bring in 3 people every month. If you can go out there and become a manager and teach people how to become manager, everything else takes care of itself. I'm never going to stand up in front of a room and teach you how to become an Eagle Distributor with send-up cards. I'm going to teach you how to become a manager. And that's, go get 3. Just go get 3. And teach those people how to do the same, and then you go get 3. It's just rinse, lather, repeat. You just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Now, we put together a really simple system. We call it the Simple Success System. Now, earlier in the presentation, I talked about being in the same category as an iTunes, an Amazon, and a Netflix. And guys, when you talk about those companies right there, like I said earlier, you're talking about massively successful companies, multi-billion-dollar companies. And the reason that those companies are so successful is because ease of use for their customers. How many of you have ever purchased something on Amazon? It's easy. How many of you have ever watched a movie on Netflix? Super easy. How many of you have ever bought music on iTunes? How many of you bought music on iTunes today? Okay, I did for all of you then. But guys, it's ease of use. It's ease of use. Netflix. 3 years ago, Netflix was going out of business. They changed their business model and everybody went, what? And they signed up 18 million customers in 18 months. Because it's so easy to use Netflix today. Colleen and I bought a new television set over Christmas. And when we installed the TV, I laugh when I say that. I took it out of the box and plugged it in. So, Gene, I installed that baby, right? I put it up on a little shelf is what I did. But as I was putting the batteries in the remote, I installed it.
Whoa.
I looked at the remote. And on the remote, for my television set in my bedroom, there is a button that says Amazon and one that says Netflix.
Wow.
It says Amazon and Netflix. And right next to the Netflix button is an empty space.
Send that
Send the card. And you can put SOC in there so easily. But you guys, if we are going to become a billion-dollar household name, you have got to be able to pick up your phone and send a card.